Now, Lake of the Ozarks News Update. Stories, events, activities, and entertainment information of interest.
I'm Ashley Kyle.
And I'm Bob Spicer.
And this is your Lake News Update brought to you by Lake TV in association with LakeExpo.com. Today we'll be looking at highlights from the pub crawl.
Big news about insane clown posse. They're not coming.
The EPA and ethanol.
Arson in Camdenton.
And much more. But first, here's a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Charlie.
And I'm Dave. For all your on-the-water service needs, give us a call.
Stranded on the water? Towboat US is here at the Lake of the Ozarks to help. With 24-hour dispatch 365 days a year, let us take the worry out of boating. Towboat US offers unlimited use yearly plan on inland lakes, providing service for any boat that you own, borrow, or charter. Located at 3 different ports around the lake, we are towing you can trust. For more information or to join Boat US, call us at 573-216-4701.
It was party weekend for many lake residents and visitors with the 13th annual Mardi Gras pub crawl. More than 20 bars and restaurants joined in the fun, and buses dropped the pub crawlers off at local hotels at the end of the night. And if you missed the pub crawl this year, mark your calendar. The 2015 event is already scheduled for Saturday, February 21st.
The Environmental Protection Agency has been getting some feedback from the marine industry about a proposal that would limit ethanol at the fuel pump. In spite of rumblings about the possibility of E15 fuel, the EPA has proposed keeping the ethanol cap at 10% this year. The idea has met with cheers from the boating and auto industries. Both of them have warned that higher ethanol concentrations can ruin engines, and some automakers say the use of E15 would void their warranty. Since the EPA opened its proposal to public feedback, the anti-ethanol group Smarter Fuel Future says it has received more than 10,000 comments in favor of the 10% cap.
A change of plans for the hip-hop band Insane Clown Posse. Last week, the band announced it would not be holding its annual Gathering of the Juggalos at Crybaby Campground in Kaiser. The concert had been scheduled for August 6th through the 9th, but when news spread that the band and its fans would be coming to the lake, well, some people weren't very happy. On their blog, the band says Crybaby Campground owners were receiving a lot of phone calls and pushback from the community, so the event was moved away from the lake. Tickets went on sale earlier this month, and the band is now working on refunding those. They say the concert has not been canceled, and they are looking for a new site to welcome as many as 10,000 fans later this year.
The Missouri Highway Patrol has announced they will be holding a free boater safety certification course in Osage Beach. Now, last week, you might remember we mentioned one of these scheduled for April 26th in Jefferson City. But if you don't like that date or don't want to make the drive, the course in Osage Beach is scheduled for May 10th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the City Police Department. You'll need to register online at the Highway Patrol's website, and it is recommended that students bring a lunch. Anybody born after 1983 is required by Missouri law to pass a state boater safety course before piloting a boat.
A 75-year-old Camdenton man was arrested earlier this month after authorities say he tried to hire someone to burn his house down. Edward Eugene Vaughn was charged with conspiracy to commit arson and armed criminal action. He was released from custody after posting bail. The Camdenton County Sheriff's Department says Vaughn hatched the plan in hopes of collecting insurance money.
If you build it, they will come. You always thought that quote was about a baseball field, but last week, Sunrise Beach attorney Greg Williams used it in a discussion about the village's sewer. Williams told the village board of trustees that they should focus on building more sewer lines. He says that would bring more development to the area. But city planner Roger Corbin disagrees, saying the board should think about long-term growth and invest in a second sewage treatment plant. Sewer engineers say the village's current treatment plant does have extra capacity. The board did not make a decision on the issue at last week's meeting, but decided to hold a work session to continue the discussion.
Officials from several Missouri cities, including Osage Beach, testified against proposed wireless tower legislation in Jefferson City last week. Local governments throughout the lake area and the state have raised concerns that Senate Bill 650 would remove their control over the placement of cell towers. But District 124 Representative Rocky Miller says that is not the case. He says cities will still be able to designate where the towers may be placed, but the process will be made uniform across the state, and cities will no longer be able to charge enormous fees to companies that want to build a tower. Miller supports the legislation and says it will help continue the expansion of high-speed internet and cellular service in rural areas of the state.
More funding is available to pay for the construction of Woods Supermarket after the Sunrise Beach Board of Trustees approved an extension for the project's tax increment financing. The board agreed to attend TIFF or TIF by 2 years, which will bring an estimated $256,000 to the developers. Project engineers had budgeted the development at $4.9 million, but a series of problems put the final cost at $6.3 million. Sunrise Supermarket developers will absorb more than 50% of the total cost overrun.
Books and technology are flowing into Camdenton schools through Classroom Impact Grants. The grants are distributed annually by the Camdenton School District Education Foundation, and this year's funds went to 4 district projects. Hurricane Deck Elementary will receive books to support the school's volume reading program. Camdenton High School is receiving a smart board with math software to help geometry and algebra classes. Hawthorne Elementary will receive a smart document camera for the classroom, and schools throughout the district will receive tablets to help teachers work with English language learners.
Brave souls will plunge into the city lake, the icy lake of the Ozarks, on Saturday in the annual Polar Plunge. The event is a fundraiser for Special Olympics Missouri, with 9 plunges scheduled throughout the state during the month of February. Participants are required to raise at least $75 by the day of the event. Then they go swimming in style, with many wearing theme outfits or costumes. A few plungers will join in the Super Plunge, with a dip in the lake every hour for 24 hours, starting on Friday and ending with the Polar Plunge on Saturday. Now, if you're not planning on swimming in February, here's a look at some more events coming this week around the lake.
On Wednesday, the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks will be holding a blood drive at Hy-Vee and Osage Beach. The Blood Center has a need especially for negative blood types. The drive will be held from 2 to 5 p.m.
The third round of the Silver Cup Chef's Auction is this weekend. We covered one of those, you might remember. On Saturday, chefs from Malarkey's, Culpeper's, Camden on the Lake, and the club at Porta Cima will present their best creations at Seven Springs Winery. The tastings begin at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Tickets, if you're lucky to get one, they're filling up fast. They're about $25 per person.
The 3-county seed exchange is coming to Sunrise Beach Fire Protection District Training Building on Saturday. The event is from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and all are welcome to come swap heirloom and open pollinated seeds, or just to swap stories and learn more about seed saving.
Sunday morning, the Ozark Jazz Society hosts a brunch at Osage National Golf Resort from 8 a.m. until 1:30 in the afternoon. Tickets are $15, and the event will feature a buffet, a cash bar, and of course, some great jazz music beginning at 10 o'clock.
A Texas Hold'em tournament will benefit the Forget-Me-Not Horse Sanctuary on Saturday evening. The event will be held at the Bullpen on Highway KK in Osage Beach, and the grand prize is a trip for 2 to Las Vegas. Also on Sunday, the Lake Bridal Show is coming to the Lodge of Four Seasons. From noon until 3 p.m., brides-to-be will have the chance to see the lake area's best vendors as they make plans for their big day. There will be a fashion show, prizes and giveaways, and even a groom's cave. Visit Lake of the Ozarks Wedding Association website to register. This has been your Lake of the Ozarks News Update. I'm Ashley Kyle.
And I'm Bob Spicer.
And we'll see you next time.